Publish. We're live. Hello, everybody. Yes. Are we? I don't know.
Yes.
Yes, we are. There we go, everybody. We were busy doing some alterations as we started, and then blocks popped up here and there and there, and I was like, so how do I get rid of this? But welcome. It's Wednesday, and we have a show to do for everybody. You will see already that we've got a different panel. There's no Frikkie, there's no Johnny, but standing in Frikkie's shoes is Ryan. Hello, Ryan. How you doing?
How's it? Good, and everybody else? Good day.
Thank you for joining us.
Anytime.
What's happening with your ears?
Yeah,
nice
I
and
need a
blue.
new set. I need another set of headphones. I've gone and put these little, I don't know, condoompies over it so that I don't get leather pieces stuck in my ears. So yeah,
I see
time
that.
for
Looks
new
like your
headphones.
ears have got COVID.
It looks like it, eh?
That must be a new thing. COVID ears. Hansi, thanks for joining us. How are you doing?
I'm doing very well, thanks, Matthew. Great to be on again. So yeah.
Good. And let's not forget that you'll be on later in July because we will be building up to the team series, which starts again at Woodhill on whatever that is, the 6th of August, I think. And then the auction
Yeah,
again
looking
for
forward to
round
that one.
4.
So yeah.
So if you're not in to the teams, watch out for that message who would like to be part of the auction so that you can go in. Somebody that is already part of the team is Riyadh. Riyadh, welcome. How are you doing?
I'm doing good, thank you.
The champ of champs, well done at Krugersdorp, getting your first victory under the belt. The only player to finish under par, which is a feat by itself. Tell us about it. How are you feeling now afterwards?
Yeah, I've been kind of telling all my friends, that I finally cracked it, and I'm still very excited, and I'm quietly confident of doing it again sometime soon.
Sure. Let's hope that the golf form, as we all know, continues, and you keep playing well for at least the next 6 months. If you manage to do that, let us know what the secret is so the rest of us can figure out how to play good golf for 6 months, because that doesn't seem to be the case for many of us. Ryan, you've got a shorter span, because when I spoke to Krugersdorp, you're like, yo, I shot 82 somewhere, and now I can't break 100.
Exactly.
Yo,
Yeah,
talk
can't break
about
100.
a flip-flop.
Yeah, no, I don't know. This season, I do not want to talk about. This season's been hard, serious, up and down. I don't know. And then I thought, no, last weekend or the weekend before, I thought, oh, great, we might be a bit back. But yeah, typical golf gods to bring you back to earth on the next game.
Yeah. Tell me about it. I also played my singles and went in with much confidence and went out with my tails my one tail between my legs. And off we went. Well done, Flana, for taking that victory. Let's remind you where we are. Besides Krugersdorp, we've got a bit of a singles draw that we need to do for the round of 16, because there's literally only 2 games that need to happen. One of them will happen at Thursday League next week at Silver Lakes, and then it's pretty much done. So the aim is to put the draw out there, and if you guys can play in July already, let's start getting the round of 16 games up and running. So there's guys watching us as well. Before we move on, let's just say hello to the guys who are watching. Gerard Poseidon's watching. Hello, Ducks. Kieran, as always. Hello, Ducks. Fran is watching. Good evening, Ducks. And he has to really start with the bashing as hashtag sorry, Maz. Let's just put that in so everybody can see. Hashtag sorry, Maz. It's okay. It's okay. You played well. How's it, ladies and gents? Says Gary. Paul says, evening all. Hope you all well. Yes, we are. Gerard Sneman, good evening all. I see. Honourable Member Barnard not on duty tonight. No, he's got the evening off. Nico's here. Donnie's watching. Hello, Mensa. Donnie is watching. You might as well come on then. Andre Vessels. Hello, Amal. You missed last week. I was looking for you all over the place, and that didn't help your chances. So now you can't have a bad game going forward. Yakumin. Hello, Yakumin. Is she next door, Hansi?
No, she's there in the bedroom, so yeah.
Okay, mooi. Vickers is watching, Brandon's watching, Brian is watching. Wednesday Night Lights. Yes, Jenny's watching. How's it, Ducks? Is Ian? I'm back, baby. Ooh, that's a big statement. You guys still there? Gary says. Hello, Vicky number 2. Hello, Donnie number 2. Yes, okay. Great. Thanks for watching, and as always, Your comments are welcome. Gary says, Riyad's secret is being calm and collected. Well played, sir. That's from your card partner, if I'm not mistaken, Riyad.
Yeah, that's from Gary. Thanks a lot, Gary. I was pretty calm, but I was playing well, so I had reason to be calm. Hopefully I can maintain that.
Hopefully. Right. So, July is underway, and that only means that there's 2 more events for July, and this is what they are. As mentioned, Thursday League next week, Thursday, the 17th of July, we're off to Silver Lakes and the other side of Pretoria. So for the guys on that side of Pretoria, they'll be happy that they don't have to travel too far, whereas some of us, we have to travel a bit far this time around. So leave early because the highways can be interesting. And then Sunday 2 at Akasi on the 20th of July, an early start, 7 a.m. It seems like it's warming up, but I'm touching wood at the moment because who knows what the weather will be like back then. But it will be an early start, so we have an early finish. And then we can have a bit of a kayad, or you can just go home after prize giving to your family and have a braai. Nice. I wanted to show you a couple of interesting things that I've found on the socials. You'll like this. Where do we start? For some of our higher handicap players, I'm sure you know the feeling once you've teed off and you start your round of golf, because for many, this is how it goes.
It's been a long day without you, my friend. And I'll tell you all about it when I see you again.
Who knows the feeling? Hands up.
I think everybody does.
If it wasn't for the cart we were sharing, Sorrel and myself would have been like that all day, because he would hit it nowhere near where I was going. But yes, I have a few people in my mind that I can think are pretty much similar. Okay, then I want to show you and remind you that our classic is coming. It's now how long, Ryan?
Oh, it must be about 62 days and a couple of hours, or just hitting 61 days. But we are getting closer, and the excitement is starting to uncontrol itself.
And every time I look again to see how long it is, it's 10 days gone, and then 10 days gone, and then soon we're going to be there. You would have seen on the group today that we have asked for shirt sizes, because we're going in the process, because there's a lot of things to now do. So thank you for those who have responded. I think most of you responded on the shirt sizes you want, and then it will all be revealed in the future what the new shirt will look like and what the new 2026 season shirt will look like. I think you'll be pleasantly surprised. But let's not forget to promote what the winner of the Classic will be winning this year. Once again, thank you to Marla Tours for the unbelievable prize that FATS is sponsoring. It's going to be epic. Anybody here winning it? Anybody? Anybody? Riyad, you're in good form, but I don't know if you're coming.
I'm definitely coming.
Okay, now you're coming.
And I think I spoke to Furky today and told him I'm definitely in. After Sunday's win, the negotiations went well with my wife. Okay. And after I mentioned the whole trip up for grabs, that was a clincher. So I'm definitely in.
Beautiful. Ryan, can you play 3 rounds in a row? And Hansi?
Oh, yes, definitely.
Well, I just want to know, the thing is to play 2 9s in a row. That's even the bigger start there.
That is also correct. Two 9s in a row can be very interesting. Nico Kruger says, where did you get my Krugersdorp video, Maz? Who was your partner walking away from you? That is the other question, Nico. Very, very funny. And then Rudy says, well done, Riyad. There we have it. Well done, Riyad. Right, let's move on. We are going straight up to Krugersdorp, where this was the result on a very nice day, I must say. The course was in good condition, played difficult as we expected. The greens were quick. The fairways still had lots of trees, even though the leaves were gone. They were still in the way. So that is why there was only one person under par at 238 points. That is Rihanna for 13. Frikkie Barnard made a bit of a comeback, although he went into this event leading Sunday 1. Ian Holsarden, I had a round with him. He played great. I think he could have probably played even better if it wasn't for one or two meltdown holes that he had, where I think there was a 1 par 5. He hit 7 shots, and he hadn't even reached the green yet. And that was in amongst the good golf that happens, just to show you. Rudy van der Walt played well, even as well. Hansie, there you are, in the top 2. Carl Swanepoel, Jason Ivins, steady as ever, on tied 6+1 with Simon Mayer and Glenn Williams. A shout out to Glenn for a good finish there at the end. Riyadh, I'm going to put the scorecard up, and I want you to paint a little bit of a picture of how it all went. You started on the back 9.
10th.
Yes, started on the back 9. So to put that in perspective, 2 birdies on the back 9. That's very nice.
My putting was really good on Sunday, which is a change for me. I think I three-putted once on one par 3, but as for the rest of it, I was pretty much on point with my putting, and my long lag putting was really pretty good as well.
20 points.
From the green, I was. Yeah, sorry.
No, keep going. Keep going.
So from tee to green on the first 9, which was the back 9, I was pretty solid. It was on the second 9, my drive started to off the tee box. I was a little bit all over the place, but that kind of settled down. And then once I settled, I think. Once I was on the green, I was confident that I could get it down in 2 shots.
Beautiful. Did you? I asked you in your interview. Did you know that you were leading at a point? And did the nerves come when you found out that don't mess up the last hole?
So the first time I checked the leaderboard was at halfway, and I was in the lead, and then I didn't check it again until. Gary and Jason told me I'm leading as we were about to tee off for the last hole. And they said, all you need to do is bogey the last hole, and I went to double bogey the last hole because my tee shot again was in the trees. And I don't know if it's a good thing for me to know that I'm leading, you know. I think I've got to kind of just strategize around that, because I think the moment I'm in contention, I think I tighten up a little bit. So I've got to work around that particular part.
I don't think you're the only one who struggles with, I'm leading, don't mess it up, and then boom. So don't worry, don't feel too bad. Wimpy 4 said 10 3-putts. Wimpy, sis. That's a lot of 3-putts.
Yo, Wimpy.
That's more than half the round. Carl Swanepoel says 2 9s. It was a +6 and a -5. Sure, -5. Very well played. And then Nico Kruger jumped back on. I actually do have your video, Nico. This is what it looks like. I'm just going to throw it in here for you to have a look at. And this is Nico's video.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Lost it. Nope, I don't know.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
We'll pause it eventually.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Gremlins.
Okay, it was supposed to come up, but it didn't. All right. Nico, it was a guy counting shots. There we go. Hansie, how did you go?
It was a great day. Yeah, I'd a stupid 3-putt on the 3rd. Made a nice birdie on 2. And then pulled a Leon on myself there on the top left corner where the tee box was for the first time that I know of there on that par 5 7th, and just managed to get it off the tee, but literally just rolled off the tee. So yeah, I made a blackout there.
Yeah.
But yeah, then 14 points on the front 9 and managed to pull it back with 22 on the back 9. So I was happy with the round overall. Really can't complain.
No, you can't complain. Especially.
1, 2, 3, 4,
Oh, is that going to happen every time this happens now? Where's this thing gone?
3, 4,
I
5,
can't find
6,
it.
7, 8, 9.
It's just gone.
1, 2, 3, 4.
It's here.
Nico wants to get the large word in yet again.
I need to
Man,
find
it's not your fault. Niku counted so much though that the video is going to be on repeat.
But you know what the problem is? It's like hiding in between the scenes. So it's behind us. So every time I go to this window, it's going to start playing. We're going to go crazy. Okay. Regardless, let's keep going. This was the best, the pins winners on the day.
So on the par 3-6, we had Martin Tout, about 3 meters there. And then on the par 4-9, we had Mr. Paul Wallenkamp. And on the par 3-11, so Dana Pyramil. And then on the par 3, a wonderful Mark there, got that one there. So yeah, it was I think some of the shots were quite nice. I mean, Dana's and Mark's were nice and close there that I did see from a distance there. But yeah, it looks like some good close pins there.
Dana likes to win these tiles, I must be honest, because I think he's won 6 now.
Yes, I think something like that. I said to him, if he goes and stows all those towels together, he can get himself a shower towel.
Donna, give somebody else a chance. You're right. Stitch them together. He's coming up to me and saying, "Can I have a hat instead?" I'm like, dude, every time it's the towel, you win the towel. Just win the hat. I wonder how many hats he has. Give us a chance, Donna. Come on.
Yeah, between him and Sudesh, they're taking all of that Srixon vouchers. So yeah.
Imagine Sudesh played. He would have taken something else. The Fourball Alliance. Let's do the winners first. These were the winners on the day. 91 points. Very good.
Yeah, I see they only had the 1 3-pointer there on the 3rd and then the 2-pointer on the 17th, but the rest was all very consistent with from Rudy, Leon, Jaco, and Rudolf.
An 8-pointer there because that was Rudy's. He almost made an albatross. Did you know that?
Yeah. So the 8-pointer, Rudolf made a birdie there, and then I think Rudy also made a birdie on 11. Yeah. Then I know, the tap-in eagle that Rudy had was on the par 5 12th.
That was the 12th. And we actually got a video for you, which I'm going to show you after this. To put in perspective, second place was your Fourball, Riyadh, and you were 3 points back. And then Leon van Aarde and his crony, minus 15. And Frikkie Barnett played well. Ian, there we are. We're a whole, how much? 6 shots back. And then Barry White, Wayne Jensen, Lucas Burke, Mark. And then well done to the high handicappers, 43 and 34, managed to make 83 points. So that's what the rest of that looked like. Now, I want to show you. Now, the thing is, when I go to this window, it's going to count again. Just now. Hold on. I'm going to do this. No counting, but no Riyadh. There you are, Riyadh. This was the eagle, or almost albatross. Here it is.
Lekker boys. Daar Rudy se bal. Rudy, hoeveel lê daar?
Dit is 'n eagle-pad, maar dis
Op wat se gat is ons?
hierdie is nommer 12.
Just don't fuck it up.
What 'n eagle?
Eagle.
Yes, Leon.
Oh, there it goes.
6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4.
I'm going to find you, and I'm going to get you. Luckily, it's not a children's show. Thanks, Leon, for that. Nice language. Best of the par 3s. Rudolf Broderick, well done. -5. Absolutely cleaning up with the par 3s, Hansie.
Yes, it looks like he had a very decent round. A birdie, or I think maybe he might have even a par on the 6th there with a double stroke, and then also on 11, and then a nice 2-pointer to start with on the 4th. So very consistent. And we have Koen there on second place on -2, and then a bunch of guys there on -1. DL, Dylan, Francois, Jamie, Ryan. There you are. Nice, Ryan.
Well done, Ryan.
I'm very surprised.
Well.
I'm very surprised.
What happened?
I didn't even know. Clearly I could play the par 3s.
Really?
The other holes is not the ones.
Let's move to the par 4s. This is the best of the par 4s. Hans, you're on top, and Ian is on top. So, Hansie, you look very much like Vaughan today. I don't know what's happened. They're hanging around too much.
Yeah, I think there must be something happening there. So hopefully his good mojo can drop off on me as well. So, yeah. And you see Fricky also is there up again, and then Carl Chris with Grant, Jason, Mr. Wallenkamp, and then Riyad, there you are as well on -2. And then Leno there with a nice 5-pointer there on the 10th with the birdie that he made there.
Yeah.
And then Maz, you are there as well.
Can you believe it? A pity I couldn't do anything else in the other holes. That is one of the sad things. The best of the par fives. Hold on, Donnie and PJ, -3 apiece. Who else is in here from our bunch of people? Nobody. So we struggled a bit on the par fives. Riyad, how did your par fives go? Can you remember?
I think I bogeyed 3 of them.
Okay.
Yeah, 1 over on 3 of them. I can't really recall.
Let's be honest. They are not the easiest par fives in the world, are they? I mean, you start off with that dogleg right par 5 on the first, and then you got the straight stroke 18 par 5, which is, I don't think it's a stroke 18, to be honest. And then I made a birdie on the par 5 7th, after a good drive, a layup, and then hit close, and finally made a putt. But then the last
That's
par
the one
5.
that they put on the tip for us, eh?
Yo!
Yes.
Did you guys find that thing the first time of asking? Because we couldn't see it, we
No.
went down, and we were like, where's this tee box? And then we drove back up, and then it was, oh, in the hookie there.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
pretty much.
I was
Luckily,
even
Henning saw it as well, and we were like, what?
Yeah. Nancy?
Yeah, I think with playing into the wind as well, I wonder how many guys actually managed to get it in line of the fifth green. So, because that was a quite strong wind into us as well.
Yeah,
There was
you're
a
right.
proper 3-shot par 5.
Yes. First of all, if you're not on the right side of the fairway.
Two of my playing partners, Gary and Jason, hit fantastic tee shots on that par 5 into the wind. I mean, Gary was almost on the green too, to that strong, and they hit 2 brilliant kind of tee shots there.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Gary's hitting it far these days. Damn. Paul Vallenkamp says, I think I doubled every single par 5. Sorry. Why? Just hit it straight, man. What can that be?
Yeah, but I think Gary's hitting too hard. That's why he's breaking clubs so often nowadays.
Yeah, every time he goes to the driving range, he's hit some other club in pieces. Come on, Gary. Yeah.
I don't know. I think he needs to give us some video evidence that he's really hitting a ball, because I don't know. Maybe it's frustration.
Maybe it's anger. Here's the hole ranks, just to show you and enlighten you. The hardest hole was the 17th, which is that dogleg kind of left that you need to hit it to the right, and then still, I hit it an average shot, but I still had like 170 in, which is quite long for a par 4, to be honest. The second hardest hole was the 7th, which is the par 5. And then the second is also tied as the second hardest hole as 1.29 average. Right. The easiest hole on the course on the day was the 8th. Wow. I'm surprised.
Wow.
Because if you don't hit a good drive on that hole, you're not making par, because you've always got the trees in front of you. Or you go right. It's the one next to the driving range. I'm very surprised. Let's have a look at the Duckhook corner. So how this worked out, you take the lowest of the 3. So because the par 4 17th was a stroke 1, and then the par 4 18th was an 8. When you add them all up, it becomes 19. So this is a hardest stretch. So the 16, 17, 18. If you played well through these holes, then well done to you. But this was the hardest part of the golf course. Now, I'm going to try something, because I found a button. You see, while I'm talking, I'm trying to do things. I'm going to move this to the back. Nothing happened. Let's try again. No. Damn. That means that guy's going to sing again. Unless he's not on this window. Anyway. Okay, moving on. We tried. I want to show you the standings as it is, because Frikkie is now opened up even more of a gap. Now he's got 9-point gap over Jaco Jacob. So thankfully he played well and he managed to get 36 points, and the other guys went a little bit backwards. Dierwold van Rensburg, he came up 199, so he's now tied. He's now 3rd. Donnie is tied 4th with Leon. Andre Wessels has dropped from 3rd place, I think. Barry White came up. Lucas Burke came up. Ashley's gone down to 9th from 6th. And Ian Holshousen's in the top 10. Can we believe it, everybody? Well done, Ian.
Well done.
So lots to play for. We've got 8, 9, 10, 11, 4 rounds. So can Frikkie be caught is the biggest question out of the lot. Are we going to let him win yet another Sunday title? We've got to try, people. We've got to try and dethrone him.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, I think the guys need to pull up their socks now.
Sure. And that's just consistency. Gary says, made a birdie. Okay. And Gary says, whatever, Ryan. Don't hate a man. Your drive's 200 meters. I see
Gary, yeah, it might be 200 meters, but are they more in the fairway than yours?
I don't know. Based on Krugersdorp, probably not. Play of the season. This is how it's racking up after 22 events. Ryan, this is getting close. Your dad dropped quite a bit now with adding another game, and then the divisions go in. So this is what it looks like at the moment.
Yes, I've had a look at the standings, and most of the movements was actually in the top 10 a little bit. So with my dad still be there number one, clearly I'm his bad luck because he didn't have a very great round at Krugersdorp, so clearly we should not be paired together anymore. And then we got in second place Bernard Schild, and then Jason we've got on third, Grant Nell, and on fourth, Frikkie featuring again here on fifth. Jamie is in sixth, Ashley seventh, and then we've got Stefan Henrique on eighth. Ninth is Vaughan Williams, and Yaku with 128 average points on 10th. And that sort of covers the top 10 there.
And lots of games to go. We're pretty much, this was the halfway point in a sense of you needed 21 to qualify for Player of the Season, and now we're on 22. So I don't think anybody has played 22 events, am I right? I don't think so.
No, I think 21 is the maximum at this stage, I think.
Okay. Total, and these are the boys that are in contention for the Srixon hamper at the end of the season. Who has the most? Jason has gone to the top, Ryan.
Yes, Jason's now gone to the top. Jamie has lost his top spot there. But I see the points difference isn't that much. There's still a bit of a battle between the two of them there. And they're not that far behind, but a lot of work to do. Is a Frikkie on third, and then Grant now fourth, and then Jaco Jacobs in fifth place there.
Yeah, so a lot of work to catch, but there's not a big difference between Jason and Jamie. It's within the, if you do quick maths, it's not much. That's for sure.
Yeah, but as I think also now with Jamie going to the Classic and Jason not, there's also some extra points there for Jamie to maybe make up there.
For sure. And don't forget, we discussed last week that there's extra ranking points up for grabs for day 1, 2, and 3 on top of the actual ranking points that you get for the tournament. So that was Krugersdorp, everybody. Next time Sunday 1 comes back, we'll be at Woodhill. And as I wanted to remind you, this will be happening a week before.
One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, nine.
I gotta find this guy. Where are you? There he is. He's at the back.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay, watch. You're seeing behind the scenes stuff here. You see, he's behind this background, right? So I'm gonna move this background. There he is. There he is. Let's see if I can bring him to the front. No, I can't even click on the bad guy. So normally there's a thing that I can get rid of him, but now he's so stuck here on my thingy. It's impossible. So I'm just going to cover him up again and we'll listen to him sing to us. He's going to be the mascot for today's show. Yes. Okay, let's go to the match play. Now, we mentioned the singles is almost but done. So we are going to do the draw for the round of 16. And our friend will probably help us on the way as we go through this. Let's do this. Let's not forget, somebody else reached 100 birdies Do we know who it is? I'm sure we know who it is.
Yes.
Yeah.
Forgot about that.
Congratulations, sir.
Congratulations, Mr. Paul Wallenkamp. I caught up with him at Krugersdorp, and he told us how it all unfolded. Paul, only the second duck to get to 100 birdies this season. Tell us about it.
Yeah, it took a while, longer than I thought. I was playing Moinoi on Thursday with Jenny. No, Friday actually. Had a lot of putts during the day, missed all the birds, and then got to the second last hole, par 5, 17th. Hit driver, hit 5 iron just before the green, had a little putt on and left myself an easy bird. So yeah, it was lekker.
What's the rest of the goal then?
I'd like to try get to 200. It's going to be hard, but 6 months left. Always play a lot of golf in December, so hopefully 200.
I'm going to this graphic because there's no guys singing on this one, right? So let's just make us bigger. Are we ready? I'm just doing it on the fly because if he has to sing again, I'm going to go crazy. Okay, there we go. So well done, Paul. Excellent stuff. And then the other thing is I was having a chat to Hansi and Jaco, and I did not realize that the Michalis Park lead team is a Duckhook team, Hansi. Tell us about that. How did that all unfold?
Well, Mas, yeah, there was a couple of us that was playing league, and then we mentioned to the club, listen, there's a whole bunch of us that actually want to play league as well. And then we had a team, and then towards the end of last year, we decided, listen, there's too many of us in the one team, so we're actually going to divide the two teams.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, now we got all of the Duckhook guys there in one team. And our first game is starting up next week. We're taking on Paul and his team from Rustenburg. So
Brilliant.
we've got two new members now that joined in the last month, with Gerard and Wimpy also moving over to Michalis.
Okay.
So yeah, now obviously with two of them, we know what good caliber match play guys those are, and we had to pull them in.
That's a strong team, Hansi.
Yes, yeah, I think it's definitely going to be one of the teams to beat. So I'm looking forward to this better ball season.
Are you getting a cut from all these members that are going to Michalis? What's the story there? Probably get a free holiday on a week in the Mayo.
No, nothing. No, just get a kudos there, tap on the back. So yeah.
My. Okay, singles. So this is how it looks. If you're not black and white, that means you're going through and you're in the draw for the next stage of the competition. So Henry Sim is going through because Shane is not playing anymore, so it's pretty much ends there. Rudolph, well done. He beat Jaco Jacobs at Krugersdorp, 1 up at the end, I think, to take his tally to 6. So Rudolph will be going through. And then we go to C and D. Kevin playing 2, winning 1, drawing 1 to get 4 points. So he goes through from Group C. Group D, Fats goes through, but Justin and Ian still have a chance to go through to the next round as the best second place, because there's 2 best second places, and the only thing is they would need somebody who needs to win by a bonus point, because there's a lot of 3-pointers, but there's only 1 second place with 4 points. So he's already through. I'll show you who that is. So just so you know your permutations, gents, you need to win 3 by 3 a lot, because it's the points difference. You need the points difference. Let's go to E. Jacobus is through over Kobus and Josh. Frana beat me to go to the top. 2 played, 2 wins. So Frana is through. So me and you, Hansi, we can just take it easy and focus on other things. G and H, Group G. Sudesh went through. This was the group that they all played at the same time, and Sudesh beat everybody. And then Martin goes through from Group H, having played 2 and got 4 points. I and J. Dana goes through. Riyadh, sorry for you. You almost, but you drew 2. You're going to need to win some of these things to get through. Sorry, man.
Yeah.
Jason, I don't see this finishing, so I've put Jason in. So I know what's going to happen, because that's how Murphy's Law happens. The moment I say I'm putting Jason through, because I don't know what happened to Pierre, he will message me and say, I've got to play this game. So maybe that is a good thing. KL, Vickers is through over Henning and Ryan. Ryan, you played as well, but alas, it wasn't enough. You needed a bonus point victory. How did your match play go?
I don't know how it happened, but Henning and I were competing to lose the match play there. But I ended up winning at 2-1, I think it was. I think it happened to be that I just in important holes, I happened to make a point or 2 better than what he did. But yeah, no, like you say, it didn't help. I needed to win big time to try and kick Vickers out. So yeah, there wasn't really much hope there.
Group L has no black and white players because Kun and Jamie are playing at Silver Lakes. I don't know if they know that, but they are. And that will determine who will go through from this group, because if Jamie wins, he will go through. If Kunrad Pretorius Senior has an unbelievable game and wins with a bonus point, he will go through. So there's a lot to happen here. So that is going to be either you play that guy, or that guy scenario. M&N, Grant's gone through over Graham and Lukey. Graham and Lukey, well, they can't really go through because they can only make 3 points. So that group is kind of done. Gary, Glenn, and Granville. Gary goes through. Well done, Gary. Hopefully you'll have all your clubs for the round of 16 match that you'll be playing. All right. Are we ready to do the draw? Now, normally it will be like A versus B and C versus D, but I thought, let's do a draw and make it more exciting so that we have something to look forward to on the show. So I'm putting everybody to the right so I can make space for our spinning wheel. And Riyadh, how's it, Riyadh? Okay, are we ready?
Yeah.
Now, I need to do this correctly. So, where is the spinning wheel? Here is the spinning wheel. So we're going to spin. We're going to get 4. So we're going to get 2 and 2 to make up page 1. And then we'll know. And then we'll have a look at page 1. And then we'll continue our spin. So here we go. Here's the spin. I put everybody, all 16, into the wheel. And the first player that comes out is, lo and behold, Kunrad Pretorius, who was the best second finish place for one of the groups because he had 4 points. So Kunrad, you're on to the round of 16. Then you'll be playing Jason Ivans. That's going to be a good game. Kunrad versus Jason Ivans. Then the second match will be, looks like it's going to be Kevin. And yep, Kevin Ho. Will he continue his form? And to whose detriment? He will be playing Donna.
It looks like Donna.
Yeah, looks like Donna. Well done. So there we have it. So the first bunch of matches, Kunrad Pretorius is playing Jason Ivans, and Kevin Ho is playing Donna Paramal. Again, if you're watching and you can get these games done, like I almost think Kunrad could play Jason at Silver Lakes. Get that out of the way. And Kevin, no, I don't know. Donna's playing team games at Acacia, so I don't think that is going to work. Right, let's continue. Press play. This is the next set of 4. There's none of us in this draw. It's so sad.
Yeah.
So sad.
We've got up our game. So this will be the best next finisher. So that's TVC. We'll take on this because we are waiting to see what happens with Ian's game or the guy, the Kun Senior Jamie group. We'll be taking on Vickers Lee. Right? And then match 4 is going to be Sudesh. Nice. Sudesh, you will be taken on it's going to be Fats. Cool. Yeah, another good game to look out for. So that is, to confirm, second best will take on Vickers Lee and Sudesh will take on Fats in match 4. Then obviously, once these are done, then we'll go into the quarter-final stages. Right, let's have a look at the next 2 matchups. First of all, it will be, I can't remember any of this. I've done this a while ago. I did this on Monday. Spun the wheel, and then from the wheel, made the graphics, but I can't remember what happened. So it's a surprise to me too. Martin Tata, you will be taken on. Action. Spin the wheel. You can do it. Where's that guy counting now? He could have had some background noise.
Yeah.
Corvus Erasmus.
1, 2, 3, 4. No, I think that's going to be a better song now than Do You Want to Build a Snowman? We're coming the classic.
Jesus. Yeah, exactly. That will be our classic song. I need to actually find the original. That would be quite funny. Kun Senior, Jamie, or Stefan and Ritz will take on. I'd love to tell you who it is, but actually, I can't remember.
Mate, we have so many T-sheets and so many things. We don't always remember the names.
No, it kind of just happens and then whoosh, makes space. Gary.
Yeah.
There we are.
Gary.
Yay, Gary. Right. So, are we confirming? We are confirming that is Martin Tati, Jacobus Erasmus, Kuhn, Jamie, or Stefan will take on you, Mr. Mansfield. There we have it. Right. And for the final 2 matchups, it's either between Henry, Rudolph, who was the rest? Fats or Frana.
Grant.
Frana is the first one out.
Yeah.
And Frana is going to play. I'm going to go with Henry.
Henry.
Am I right? Yes. No?
Look, tick. Yes.
I'm right. Okay.
Yes. Yeah.
There we have it. Okay, then obviously the last 2 is Grant and Rudolph. Mooi. So, Henry Sim is taking on Fernando Scholes on match 7. So, wait, if you guys are available to do that, and don't worry, I'll post this onto our group as soon as we're off the show, so the guys who are not watching know who they need to play next. So Rudolph is taking on Grant. That should be a humdinger, but Rudolph seems to be the guy who's slaying everyone. Yes. Now, I mentioned the Srixon Challenge, everybody. So now we've got another Srixon Challenge coming up because I have another Srixon-sponsored Sunshine Tour player who's put his hand up and said, yes, I want to be part of the Srixon Challenge. So how it's going to work this year, and I want to show you who it is, where it is. It's going to be myself and Ricky Hendler, who applies his trade on the Sunshine Tour, left-handed, I'll let you know, and he will be taken on from tonight already. We're going to do a random draw from all the players who've played in the Duckhook League 4 matches or more, right? And the person who's got the most ranking points in July will join him. So, Riyad, you already need to have a half-decent next 2 games, and you could be joining us for the Srixon Challenge. Is that something that interests you?
Oh, exciting. Absolutely.
Good. So, if you play Silver Lakes, which you don't know yet, ranking points up for grabs, and Acacia. Are you playing Acacia?
Yeah. Playing
Okay,
Acacia.
So you are in the running, in the pole position, shall we say? So I'm going to play this is the draw. Okay, I put everybody's name in here. That should be there. There's lots, and then I spun it, and this is the name that's come out. Right, Mr. Donna Paramore. Out of all of the spinning.
Oh, nice.
So Donna.
I
know this does work. Yes, so Donna Paramore will be joining us for the Srixon Challenge, and now it's just a matter to see who the next player will be. Right, so from a show perspective, that is pretty much everything I have because there's no courses to preview because we have to wait until next week. Anybody on the chat line? Let's go to the chat line, see if there's any questions that we can throw in there. Martin, moment of the season for the show, Mavs. I suppose that's the counting guy. I wish I could actually show you the video.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. But I'll probably leave you with the counting guy. I just have to put the other button. Right. Let's take that out. Gary Mansfield, congratulations on the 100 birdies. Yes. It's a big feat. I don't think I'm going to reach there this year. I'll need a lot to go my way. Donna also has 100 birdies. Yeah, but he's not on the list. It doesn't count. Come on, Donna. Don't be that guy. Put it in. And then Gary says, well, that's pretty cool. I assume he's talking about Ricky Hendler joining us for the Srixon Challenge. Paul Wallenkamp. No, Donnie says, Paul and myself are going for 400 birdies this year. Combined, I hope.
I'm assuming so, yeah.
I'm assuming
Paul
so.
just needs to, Paul just needs to play other courses except Rustenburg and Moinoi.
Yeah. Paul, just to put in perspective, the Sunshine Tour guys, they've played, I think, the guy who's leading the birdie stats played 15 rounds and has got 58 birdies, to put in perspective.
15 rounds.
15 rounds for 58 birdies.
Yes.
And they're
Wow.
kind of all
Rounds.
grouped there, somewhere around there. So that's what we're aiming for. Nico says, here we go. Already found it, Maz. I'll send it to you after the show. And what he's talking about is this. Hold on. All I have to do is push this button.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
Thanks,
6,
Guy.
7, 8.
We're going to end it like that. We're going to end it like that. So thanks for watching on this Wednesday evening. I appreciate it. Riyadh, thank you. Any last words?
No, just looking forward to the next couple of rounds. I was hoping that they're around this coming weekend because I want to keep that form going. But I'll have to wait for the deal. So yeah,
Sorry.
looking forward to it.
We can always, man, there's plenty of ducks around. Maybe somebody can organize a game. Hansi's always playing golf. Ask him. Hansi, don't you have a round for us?
Yeah, we've got a league warm-up game now coming up on Saturday, and then playing our better ball knockouts on Sunday. So yeah.
Boy. Ryan, how is what's the closest course to you?
That's my Camille Dwelling home course. I will be going there this weekend, and I will be hitting the range as well because I need to get something sorted out.
Go watch those YouTube videos. See if you can find something.
Go watch them. Go watch them.
For sure,
We'll
everybody.
leave the YouTube on and let the clubs watch YouTube as well. So yeah.
Yeah, through the night.
There you go. You see, there you
go. Take a deep breath and then just mud it. That's how Gary does it.
That's the best.
Okay, cool. I'm going to say goodbye. Thanks, Riyadh. Thanks, Ryan. And thanks, Hansi. Until next week, where we preview Silver Lakes and we look at Acacia, we will be back. So don't forget, if you want to be part of the Srixon Challenge, you need to enter so that you can get some ranking points on your belt because Riyadh's got 650 ranking points. That's a lot. Sunday, Acacia, the winner will win 650 ranking points. So it's going to be close of how that unfolds afterwards. Okay? Till next time. Bye-bye.